This is MSR's Elixir 2 backpacking tent.
As much or little as you want, and then you can roll it up and neatly stash it away.
So now we're going to talk about closed cell foam mattresses. So if you've ever done a school outdoor ed program, a large scout group, there's a good chance you've used the stove here, the MSR Whisperlite. It is a fan favorite amongst many institutions for leading canoe trips, many types of winter camping trips, all sorts of trips in different school outdoor ed programs. They're a big fan of the Whisperlite. So now we're just going to go over the best uses that we think this stove is great for. And then, yeah. So, this is a great all-around stove. There's a reason it's the favorite for many institutions, schools, camping groups, scout groups, anything where you need a stove that's going to be used all around and you want it to last a long time. This is a really great stove for that. It's really great for teaching people how to, it's really simple also to teach people how to set up. It is a pretty simple setup to get the stove going. All you're going to do is when you plug in your gas is you just let it a little bit through, let that start to heat up, and then you fully light it. Very simple, very similar to any other type of stove. And yeah, very field repairable. So, the MSR Universal here, as you can see, it has a slightly different adapter on the end. As we were mentioning before, it takes all types of gas. So as you can see, we can take our normal MSR gas, or the super fuel. You can also use just any type of regular gas for this as well. Or you can also use a canister gas as well. As you can get into, canister gas stoves are not as good for winter times or like below freezing temperatures. So if you are going to be using it in the winter, this is one of the main benefits of having the liquid gas stove. But if you're using it in the summertime and want the quicker, easier, very quick setup, the canister gas stove is an option you can use with the Universal. So now we're just going to take a look at what you get right out of the bag, or the box. So in the box it has everything just comes in this little carrying bag, which is very nice, very durable, so the stove isn't going to put a little rip in it. So here we have very compact, our actual stove and our pump. Pumps will be used to pressurize the gas. You'll see. So this is hooked on. It's very simple. You just this is stuck. There we go. So it's very simple to just spread it out and set up very easily. You then also have in here our owner's manual for how to set up and run the stove, and some repair tools. As you said, one of the big selling points of this stove is that it's fully field repairable, which is really awesome, and they give you the tools to even replace it in an O-ring. So after a while, you can replace the O-ring if needed. You also get the base plate and the windshield as well. The base plates are not as needed, but if you are camping on a grassy ground, it is very important to use to keep your heat sealed in. One thing to note is these, due to being exposed to constant heat, will wear out a little after time. It's not the end of the world. They're not fully needed. You can always just use a rock as well. But yeah, the stove packs are very, very small and is very compact and light. Now, compared to some of the other MSR stoves out there, the other liquid gas stoves such as the Dragonfly and the KXT, this one also gets lots of praise for its quietness. Compared to those stoves, it is super quiet, and those stoves are a bit on the louder side. However, that does come with a con, as if you are going to be using this stove for mainly high altitude things, having a stove that allows more air to come through the flame is really important, as it does allow more oxygen to go through when you're at a higher altitude when there's less oxygen per quantity of air. Again, that allows for a much louder burn, but it really depends on what you're using it for. Now, the one thing a lot of people ask about is boil time. So these stoves are mainly designed to be boiling water on, which is what most of your camp cooking is basically doing. This stove boils like a liter of water in just over 3 minutes, so it's not the fastest stove out there compared to some of the other canister stoves, but for its just general all-around use, this is a really great quick boil time, and it's really great for if you need to quickly get some hot chocolate or just warm water to help warm up a group in the winter time, or if you're looking to just cook a dinner quickly, you got to the campsite late on a canoe trip or any type of like summer hiking trip.